Good evening, Sean. I wanted to touch on a notion I saw in your last video. Something that, your last question, I don't think I think there's an underpinning issue that kind of encompasses everything that we're dealing with right now. Some might say lack of government help. Some might say a failure on the business class. Some might even say it's the fault of the people. I think that the reason why people don't like to wear masks in this country is, quite frankly, for the simple fact that the American public is an inherently selfish people. That's not me saying that we've always been this selfish, but certainly our grandparents and parents are. At least for you and me being Zillennials, in the born in 95 and under crowd. I mean, some of the greatest things our country have done have been because of acts of selflessness. In 1860, brother killed brother over the notion that man, regardless of their color of skin, are not property. Sacrificed a quarter of our male population to fight fascism in World War II. And while America is by no means a saint when it comes to oppressing other people and being selfish and doing bad things, some of the greatest things we've done have literally saved the world as a result of our selflessness. When you look at history and you look at a turning point, I truly do think that the start of all this blatant self-interest and reflected in both culture and political policy, it really did start with Ronald Reagan back in the 80s. It reminds me of the pilot of the Boondocks. Jesus was black, Ronald Reagan was the devil, and the government is lying about 9/11. Now, Reagan preached selfishness as a virtue. Since that, people have been determined to justify those feelings. I honestly think at this point, all we gotta deal with is the fact that our generation needs to be better. And when we have children, we need to teach the next generation to be better as well. I hope that the decisions and the blatant narcissism of our political officers show the generation 100 years from now how not to deal with this every time once in a 100-year event like this exists. Or the Earth will just be a giant ball of broken Diet Coke cans and irradiated sludge. Who fucking knows? I'll see you in the next video.